So good morning, students. Right. So once again, in the previous class, that what we have started, structure of atom. In the lecture 2, see, I told you regarding the discovery of neutrons. Neutrons were accidentally discovered by James Chadwick in the year 1932. Okay. By bombarding accidentally beryllium nucleus with a helium atom. Okay, he was about to get carbon 6 12 isotope along with the neutral fundamental particle, that is neutron. Okay, right. Then yesterday's class we have discussed the characteristics of fundamental particles of an atom. The fundamental particles of an atom are electrons, protons and neutrons, right? Okay. Electron is negatively charged, discovered by J.J. Thomson in the year 1898, having mass 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg. Okay, and atomic mass unit, its value is 0.0005486 AMU, atomic mass unit. Like that, proton discovered by Goldstein by Anode experiment, relative charge plus 1, absolute charge plus 1.602 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. And its mass is 1.672 into 10 raised to minus 27 kilograms. Like that, neutron, neutral fundamental particle, right, mass is 1.675 into 10 raised to minus 27 kilograms, right, almost near, almost the same like that of the proton. Like this, in the yesterday's class, I have given you the table of characteristics of fundamental particles of an atom. Okay, even I have given you in CGS unit the values, right, which is important for Karnataka CET, and I told you yesterday itself. And E by M value, charge by mass ratio for electron 1.7588 into 10 raised to 11 coulombs per kg, whereas for proton it is 9.5488 into 10 raised to 7 coulombs per kg. Right. Like this, yesterday I covered characteristics of fundamental particles of an atom. Okay, and in the composition of nucleus, I told you regarding an atom has central nucleus. In the central nucleus, protons and neutrons are held together by nuclear binding energy, right? And together they are called as nucleons. And it is surrounded by planetary electrons. So it gives rise to two concepts: atomic number and atomic mass. What is atomic number? The total number of protons or electrons present in an atom is called atomic number. And I told you yesterday itself, it is also called charge number because it indicates charge on the atom. Whereas atomic mass, also called mass number, is total number of protons plus total number of neutrons present in an atom. Okay, and it is also called mass number because the entire mass of atom is concentrated in the nucleus. And element is generally represented as ZXA, where Z is atomic number, A is atomic mass, and X is element. And atomic number atomic number Z, atomic mass that is A, they are related by the relation A is equal to Z plus N, or N is equal to A minus Z. Right? Like this, we have yesterday covered up to this particular part, and also I told you lastly what are isotopes. What are isotopes? Isotopes are the atoms of, isotopes are the species, or they are atoms of the same element. Atoms of the same element having same atomic number and different mass number or different atomic masses. I have given you two examples, students, that is the isotopes of hydrogen are prosium 1H1, deuterium 1H2, tritium 1H3, right? See, atomic number same but atomic masses are different. Then the characteristics of isotopes, I told you yesterday itself that they are having same number of electrons and protons but differ in number of neutrons. Okay, right. Now, even I told you examples of carbon: carbon 612, carbon 613, carbon 614, nitrogen 714 and 715, oxygen that is 816, 817 and 818. You can give so many examples for isotopes, but these are the few examples. Right? Like this, yesterday we have completed up to what? Isotopes. Right, students? Now let us Today we'll continue with the next concepts, that is isobars. What are isobars? See, isobars. Right. Isobars are nothing but these are atoms of different elements. Remember, atoms of different elements having same mass number and atomic mass, okay, but different atomic number. Are called isobars. What are isobars? Isobars, they are atoms of different elements. Whereas isotopes were atoms of same element. That's the main difference. Please try to remember. Okay. Now the isotopes show atoms of same element idhu. Adre isobars atoms of different elements again. Notice they are having same mass number or atomic mass, but different that is atomic number. For example, best example I can give is argon, okay, potassium, right, then calcium. Notice argon 1840, potassium 1940, and calcium, that is 2040, right? So the atomic number same, mass number same, but different atomic numbers. So they are called isobars. So what are isobars? Isobars, they are atoms of the different elements having the same mass number or atomic mass, but differ in the atomic number. Okay, so like this, see, they are having the same mass. Protons and neutrons are here same, but differ in number of that is electrons, right? Okay. Now, once again, I will repeat. What are isobars, students? They are atoms of different elements having same mass number or atomic mass, but different different atomic number, right? So different atomic number, exactly opposite of isotopes. They are nothing but isobars, right? Okay. Now let us move on to next part, that is after isobars, it is the turn of isotones. What are isotones? Okay, what are isotones? So isotones are nothing but these are the atoms of, once again, same different elements, but these are having same number of neutrons, containing same number of neutrons. Atoms of, these are also atoms of different elements having same number of neutrons. Remember, same number of neutrons. For example, if you take silicon, okay, phosphorus and sulfur. Silicon 1430, phosphorus 1531, and sulfur 1632. See, these are atoms of different elements, but what is that? Same number of neutrons. How do you calculate number of neutrons? N is equal to A minus Z. For first silicon, 13 minus 14, okay, that will be 16. Like this for phosphorus, 31 minus 15, that is 16. And for sulfur, 32 minus 16, that will be 16. See, same number of neutrons. Like this, these are called as what? Isotones. What are isotones, students? They are atoms of different elements having same number of neutrons. See, atomic number, atomic mass, they are totally different, but they are having same number of neutrons. So those species, we will call them as what? Isotones. Right? Isotopes are different, isotones are different, isobars are different. Right? That means now we have completed three important concepts. What are those? Isotopes, isobars, and isotopes. What are isotopes? Isotopes are the atoms of same element having same atomic number but different mass number. Isobars, atoms of different elements having same mass number but different atomic number. What are isotopes? They are atoms of different elements but having same number of neutrons. They are isotopes. So this is a very basic part that you should know, especially for theory as well as Karnataka CUT. Along with isotopes, you should also know here next concept or next term, that is isoelectronic ions. Isoelectronic ions, or also you can call them as isoelectronic ions or species. Okay, isoelectronic ions or species. What are these? Species or ions, or we can tell ions or species having same number of what, that is electrons, but different number of protons. Ions or species having same number of electrons but differ different number of protons. Okay, you can also tell, to be more precise, but differ in number of protons. So here actually the effective nuclear charge generally will varies due to differ in number of the protons. So these are called as isoelectronic ions or species, because they are sometimes neutral molecule also. That's why we are telling them as ions. For example, if you take cations like Al3 plus, okay, Mg2 plus, and Na plus, and neon. So here atomic number 13, atomic number 12, atomic number 11, atomic number 10. So number of electrons 13 minus 3, right? And here 12 minus 2, here 11 minus 1. So 10, 10, 10 and 10. That is what? Same number of electrons. Same number of electrons, right? So atoms, ions or species having same number of electrons but differ in number of the protons. They are called isoelectronic species. This is one classical example, especially for cations. Aluminium, trivalent metal, magnesium, that is divalent, sodium, monovalent, and neon is a neutral molecule, see, right? But they differ in the number of, that is, protons, right? So like this is the one classical example. If you go for second example, that is for anions. For anions, we may have the second example, that is N3 minus, okay, F minus, or you can tell O2 minus, F minus, and Ne. These are example for anions. Here nitrogen 7, oxygen 8, fluorine 9, right? And neon once again 10. So gaining electrons 1 plus 3 you add here, that is 10. 8 plus 2 once again 10, right? 9 plus 1 once again that is 10, and neon as it is that is 10. So like this, the ions or species having same number of that is electrons but different number of protons and differing protons are called isoelectronic ions or isoelectronic species. Generally remember, in chemical bonding further, isoelectronic ions are having same bond order. So that will come to know in the chemical bonding chapter. Okay, right. So this is about 4 terms what you learned: isotopes, isobars, isotones, and isoelectronic ions. So these are for theory for 2 months. They will ask you generally definition with examples. What are isotopes? Give an example. What are isobars? Give an example. What are isotones? Give an example. What are isoelectronic ions or species? Give an example. So this concept, isoelectronic species or ions, you will study both in the chapter, that is in periodicity of elements also it will be repeated, okay, and in chemical bonding also you will come across this, and even in here structure of atoms. So these chapters are very much interrelated to each other, right? So students, you should know perfectly about this. Whenever see, if there is a negative charge, they gain electron. That's why I have to add. If there is a positive charge, they will lose electron. That you have to deduct it. That I told you already. I told you in the beginning class. That is in the bridge course. Okay, right. So these 4 are for purely theory and Karnataka CET. They may ask you, but for NEET purpose, from extra information, you have 2 more concepts you have to understand, especially for exclusively for NEET. What is this? Isosters. Okay, isosters. What are isosters? Isosters are nothing but these are atoms of different elements. Once again, atoms of different elements having same number of atoms and same number of electrons. I repeat, isosters are atoms of different elements having same number of atoms and same number of electrons. What are isosters? Atoms of different elements. Once again, atoms of different elements having same number of atoms, okay, and same number of electrons, same number of electrons. So these are called isosters. Especially it is very important for NEET examination, NEET and JEE examinations. Okay. Okay. For example, just I will convince you this with one particular 2 best examples. If you consider nitrogen N2 and carbon monoxide, okay, both are gases. Diatomic gas, it is also diatomic gas. It is homonuclear, it is heteronuclear, right? So here see, number of atoms. There are how many atoms are there in nitrogen? 2. Here also number of atoms 2. Number of electrons, that's important. Number of electrons. Atomic number of nitrogen is 7. 2 means 2 into 7, that is 14. Here also carbon 6 plus 8. And here 7 plus 10. So here also 14. So try to remember same number of atoms and same number of electrons. They are called isosters, right? Isosters. Right. Even you can also give example N2O, nitrous oxide, and even carbon dioxide, CO2. Both are once again gases, laughing gas. Here number of atoms 3. Number of atoms 3. but number of electrons, see 14 plus 8, 22, right? 14 plus 8, here 6 plus 16, once again 22, here also 22. Like this, same number of atoms and same number of electrons. They are called isostars. These are the two good examples, especially for isostars. Please remember, atoms of different elements having same number of atoms and same number of electrons are called isostars. So nitrogen and carbon monoxide are pair of isostars, and nitrous oxide, laughing gas, and carbon dioxide are the pairs of isostars. Right. After isostars, now another especially extra information from this chapter can expect, especially for JEE Mains and even JEE Advanced also, that is isodiaspheres. Isodiaspheres. Okay? Isodiaspheres. What are isodiaspheres? Isodiasphere means, please remember students, they are the also once again atoms of different elements. Atoms of different elements having difference in, that means difference of n, that is neutrons, and z, that is n minus z. N minus z, difference of neutrons and difference of protons is same. So those species are called isodiaspheres. And repeat, atoms of different elements having the difference in number of the neutrons and protons, okay, is the same. Those are called isodiaspheres. That means n minus z, not a minus z. It is n minus z. It is called isotopic number. Please remember, having same isotopic number are called isodiaspheres. And repeat, atoms of different elements, okay, having same isotopic number, which is nothing but difference in number of neutrons and protons, that is n minus z, is same. Difference in number of neutrons, it is called in one word isotopic number. Those are called isodiaspheres. Isodiaspheres, okay, isodiaspheres. Just I will share you one example that you will come to know. First, uranium. Take for example uranium 92. Uranium 92 to 38. Very few examples these are especially nuclear isotopes, you can tell. And thorium 90 to 34, and uranium 92 to 38. These are the very good example for isodiaspheres. First, we calculate number of neutrons. N is equal to A minus Z first, okay. For first one, for first set for thorium 234, right, minus 90, 234 minus 90, then that side N is equal to A minus Z, okay, that is 238 minus 92. Here we will get 144 and here we will get 146. This is number of neutrons. Further, once again, isotopic number, that is n minus z. Isotopic number. See, for the first one, number of neutrons we have calculated 144 minus z, that is 90, will be 54. Right? Here, once again n minus z if you calculate, number of neutrons 146 already we have got, and z for uranium is 92. Here also 54. See here. N minus z, right? They are having same. So these types of species, atoms of different elements having same isotopic number, that is in difference in the number of neutrons, difference in the number of neutrons and protons. Neutrons is n, protons with z, that's why n minus z. If they are same, they are called as isodiaspheres, right? And there are the very few examples, generally very few examples existed, especially for isodiaspheres, which is very, very important for a competitive examination, especially for NEET as well as JEE Mains and even JEE Advanced also, right? Okay. So this is all about some species associated with the composition of nucleus. And once again I repeat, what are those? Isotopes, isobars, isotones, isoelectronic ions, okay, for especially for theory and Karnataka CET, and purely exclusively for NEET and JEE Mains and JEE Advanced, that is, this is isostars and isodiaspheres. Okay, what are isostars? They are atoms of different elements having same number of atoms and same number of electrons, whereas isodiaspheres, they are atoms of different elements, having same isotopic number, that is difference in number of neutrons and protons, that is n minus z. If it comes to be same, they are considered as isodiaspheres. Right. So that's about the terms that is related regarding composition of nucleus. That means we understood what is atomic number, what is atomic mass, how they are related, how to calculate number of neutrons, right? Then some terms like isotopes, isobars, isotones, isoelectronic ions, isostars and isodiaspheres. Right. With this is the first what we call as introduction of the structure of atom. Right. Now, in continuation, students, once again I am repeating, for theory you will have to do this for 2 marks, and for NEET purpose only 2, isostars and isodiasphere. This will not be asked in the theory papers. Right. Okay, now let us move on to next part. After understanding composition of nucleus with that concept of atomic number and atomic mass, the relation between atomic mass and atomic number, now it's the term to understand what is the structure of atom. Okay. Next question arises, students, what is the structure of atom? Next big question before the scientist was, okay, atom is further divided into fundamental particles. Then what could be the structure of atom? This was the big challenge for the scientists. To explain structure of atom, various models have been put forward. Okay. The models, some important models, just will give you. What are those? Thomson model, then Rutherford model, and Bohr's model. Okay. In order to explain the structure of atom, 3 models have been put forward by the scientists. First, Thomson only, same J.J. Thomson. Thomson model was given the same electron had discovered. Okay. Then Rutherford, Ernest Rutherford, Rutherford model of an atom, which is also called solar model of an atom. Then Bohr's model, Niels Bohr, Bohr model of an atom. So let us study first one, what is Thomson model, to understand structure of atom. Thomson model of an atom. Okay, what is Thomson model of an atom? See, students, to explain the structure of atom, J.J. Thomson, saying J.J. Thomson, okay, try to explain about what is the structure of atom in a very rough way. Because in the year 1808, right, research was not so well developed, and he has discovered electrons were in 1898. Still, in that case also, research equipments were not well developed. So, he has given in a very rough way what is the structure of atom according to Thomson model. According to Thomson model, see, according to Thomson model, an atom is a uniform sphere of positive charges. In which negatively charged electrons are embedded. Okay. So according to this Thomson model, what is the structure of atom? It is a uniform positive charge, sphere of uniform positive charge in which negatively charged electrons are embedded. Embedded means they are included. ನೋಡಿ ಇದೊಂದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇರೋ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್, ಒಂದು ಬಾಲಿನ ತರ ಒಂದು ರೌಂಡ್ ಸ್ಪಿಯರ್, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಅಡಗಿಕೊಂಡಿವೆ, ಎಂಬೆಡೆಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ. Okay, they are embedded. But just I will show you the rough picture. Okay, alright. What is that sphere? ನೋಡಿ ಈ ತರ you have to imagine like this. Okay, it's a sphere of uniform positive charges. Okay, in which negatively charged electrons are embedded. Like this. Okay, see, in a sea of positive charge, negatively charged electrons, they are swimming. Okay, ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದು ಈಜಲಾಡ್ತಾ ಇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. So this model, he has compared this model to, the model is also called plum pudding model. Plum pudding model with raisins. Okay, plum pudding model with the raisins. Okay, and also it is also called watermelon model. Okay. Now, according to Thomson, the structure of atom is like a sphere of uniform positive charges in which negatively charged electrons are embedded. And he has compared his model to what? Plum pudding model with raisins. Plum pudding ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಸರಿನ ಮುದ್ದೆ. ಕೆಸರಿನ ಮುದ್ದೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣದಾದ ರಂಧ್ರಗಳು. ಓಕೆ, ಪ್ಲಮ್ ಪುಡ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ವಿತ್ ರೈಸಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ರಂಧ್ರಗಳು. ಹೆಂಗ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ ಮಳೆಗಾಲ ಬಂದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಕೆಸರು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಕೆಸರಿನ ಮುದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಟಾರ್ಚನಿ ಪಿನ್ಗಳು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೊಡಿದಾಗೆ ಆ ತರ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಂಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ವಿತ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಮೆಲನ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್. ವಾಟರ್ ಮೆಲನ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಲ್ಲಂಗಡಿ ಕಾಯಿ. ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು ಕಲ್ಲಂಗಡಿ ಕಾಯಿ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ when you cut it, ಮೇಲಿಂದು, okay, the skin of that fruit is compared to positive charge, and seeds inside the watermelon, they are considered as electrons. That's why this model is also called watermelon model. But theory was unable to give anything explanation regarding stability of atom. Stability of atom. Notice the electrostatic force of attraction electrons only balances the stability, but it is not true. Okay, and the volume of sphere is very small. It is of the order 10 raised to minus 10 meter. Like this, he has roughly given about the volume of the sphere, that is atomic dimension. Okay, then he has compared model to plum pudding model with raisins, or that is watermelon model, right? But theory was not so satisfactory. Why the theory was discarded? Because theory discarded because the theory fails to explain about anything about stability of atoms satisfactorily. Okay, right. To overcome this, next the famous scientist. The famous scientist, who is that scientist? That is called as Rutherford, Ernest Rutherford. The next scientist, Ernest Rutherford. Okay, Ernest Rutherford has conducted a famous alpha scattering experiment. See, in the year 1911, Ernest Rutherford, along with his research student Geiger and Marsden, they have conducted famous alpha scattering experiment for which they have got a Nobel Prize also. And he was a scientist who is responsible for discovery of nucleus. Okay, the nucleus was actually discovered by Ernest Rutherford along with his research student Geiger and Marsden. Okay, right. Now, what is this alpha scattering experiment? Famous alpha scattering experiment. For his famous alpha scattering experiment, Rutherford has chosen golden foil. Gold foil or golden foil. Why only chosen golden foil? Because gold is a first noble metal. Gold is a noble metal, and it is a, you know that it is having high E0 value, high electrode potential value. That's why gold is chosen as the best. That is what experimental element for the famous alpha scattering experiment. See here, he has bombarded fast-moving alpha particles with the golden foil, nucleus of the gold foil. Nucleus of gold foil, which is the volume of this gold foil is very, very small, about 10 raised to minus 10 meter when compared to volume of nucleus, that is about 10 raised to minus 15 meter. Volume of nucleus is 1 Fermi, that is 10 raised to minus 15 meter, whereas atomic dimension is only 10 raised to minus 10 meter. Okay, that's why the atomic dimension is larger than nucleus. That's why volume of nucleus is very small compared to volume of atom. Volume of nucleus is 10 raised to minus 15 meter, whereas atom is 10 raised to minus 10 meter. So point to be noted, very important for CET purpose, Karnataka CET. Okay, they will ask you regarding atomic dimension and that is what nuclear dimension. Right. Just I will explain you what was the experiment and what were the observations made from this alpha scattering experiment. Just in 5 minutes. Okay. Let us assume that it is a nucleus. Nucleus of gold foil. Okay. When fast moving alpha particles were passed, see, some of the rays they move in straight line without hitting nucleus, right? Some of the rays they reflected back at some angle. Some of the rays they refracted at some angle. Okay, and very few out of 100, only 2 they almost retraced their path. Right? This was the observation made. See, I will repeat. So what are these? These are all just nothing but fast moving alpha rays. When they are bombarded with a golden foil, nucleus of gold foil, nucleus of gold foil, and these are alpha particles. Alpha particles. The following observations were made. What are the following observations? You are observing some alpha rays without deflecting nucleus, without hitting nucleus. Nodi nucleus ige dikke ullagane they almost move in a straight line, right? Some of the rays you nodta idira, they are reflecting, they are going back in the same medium. Idike reflection, reflected at some angle. Some of the rays nodi refracted at some angle, and very few out of 100, very 2 to 3 almost retrace their path at 180. Some rays they move in a straight line, some rays second reflected at some angle, some rays refracted at some angle, and some rays almost retrace their path at 180. These 4 observations were made. From these observations he has made conclusion. ಏನಪ್ಪ the conclusion? But some of the rays they move in a straight line without deflecting or without hitting nucleus. Why? No, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ explanation ಅವನು? Large empty space may be present inside the nucleus. Therefore, the volume of nucleus is very small compared to volume of atom. Now, 10 raised to minus 15 meter, that is the nuclear dimension. Nuclear dimension anbodhu. Okay. Whereas atomic dimension is 10 raised to minus 10 meter. Atomic dimension is very, very small. Okay, right. So that's about first one. Second, some of the rays reflected due to light charges. Second one. Some of the rays refracted due to unlike charges. Due to unlike charges. Okay, and almost retraced their path at 180 due to their particle in the nature. Like this, he has defended the observations. Right? Notice some rays straight line due to large empty space. Volume of nucleus is very small compared to volume of atom. Some of the rays reflected due to like charges. Some of the rays refracted due to unlike charges, and almost retraced their path at 180 due to their what you call as particle in the nature. Like this he has defended. These were the observations, and that means conclusions he has made from the famous alpha scattering experiment. And during this he has also discovered what? Nucleus. So the credit goes to Ernest Rutherford, who has discovered the nucleus. Right? So students, today's in this class just will stop. That means in this class what I explained you regarding isotopes, isobars, isotones, isostars, isodiasteres. Okay. Then we have gone to now to explain the structure of atom. We have started Thomson model. Okay, explained according to Thomson model. Atom is having uniform positive charge in which negatively charged electrons are embedded. It is also called plum pudding model with raisins and watermelon model. But the model was placed to explain about stability of atom. So, in order to overcome that, in the year 1911, Ernest Rutherford along with his research student Giger and Marsden has conducted alpha scattering experiment. Okay, and this was experiment I explained you along with the diagram, observations and conclusions. So, tomorrow's class I will continue with the Rutherford model of an atom. What are the postulates of Rutherford model of an atom? What are its merits and what are its demerits? Okay, right. So thank you, students. Stop.